another episode of Life Changers, and my name is Mike. I always start like that just so I make sure I know who I am. But like I mentioned in one of the other last episodes, is I'm just going to talk about different techniques that I've learned that are amazing for manifesting things. Like, we're not talking about the big picture, like things you want now, things you want like this winter or by this summer, stuff like that. One of the techniques I learned was from Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's called making a mind movie. Ooh, we're going to make a movie. But I like that because you're literally going to make, well, not a movie, but I calls it a mind movie, but I want to twist it and add my touch to it. But you know how there's I am affirmations? Well, I want you to make one of those with your affirmations of things you want. So if you want successfulness, if you want to be successful, you're going to say, I am successful. And you're going to go out and find, there's a lot of different musics you can use that are free or not copyrighted. Or you can look on Fiverr.com. That's where I go a lot, and find somebody to make you music if you want a certain type of music. They're really cheap too. Or like Upwork, hire people that are freelance artists to make music for you, and have the music playing, and then record your I am affirmations, and you can download online or go on the internet and put it together and make your own audio file and listen to it. And it's best coming from you. So that's one of the ones that I like a lot. And if you want, you could always look up Dr. Joe Dispenza Mind Movie, and I'm sure you can find that on YouTube or TikTok or anywhere. But that is, I think, an amazing way to get your affirmations. Another thing you could do is have a piece of paper and write down, and this is another technique. See, I learn a lot from Dr. Joe Dispenza, but write down, put a letter in the middle of the paper for what you want. So if you want something like now, right? Like something that you really want. So I don't know, let's say you want to make an extra $3,000 so you can go on vacation. Then put a big V in the middle of the paper for vacation. And then you're going to put a circle around it. And then you're going to draw squiggly lines off it, kind of like, like a vibration coming off it. And then you're going to write on those squiggly lines what how that would make you feel. So how would that make you feel if you made the money for vacation, or put M for money, and and as if it already happened? How would it make you feel? Like what's the reality that you're going to be walking into, right? You're going to be happy. You're going to be stress-free on vacation. You're going to and having margaritas on the beach or whatever that is a vacation for you. And write those down all around on those wiggly lines and how that will make you feel. Then look at the paper and take those emotions that you're going to feel and put it in as if it already happened, and have those emotions. So then another thing you do is, like, while you're doing it, is close your eyes, take a deep breath in, then you hold it, and then you breathe out. And then just keep your eyes closed and visualize. I'm a visual person. That's what works for me. But visualize the V for vacation. Visualize how that would make you feel. And like, see a door if you want. Like, here's even a better one. Visualize a door with a big V on it for vacation. If that's what you're trying to manifest in the near future. Then open that door. Then see the vacation. Take a step through the reality and feel that you're already on the vacation. That you wrote down that you're going to be joyful, stress-free because you're on vacation. You're going to be happy. All those things you wrote down. Just walk through that door and feel That's the reality. Like see how you feel. And if you're gonna want to do another big popular one is lottery winning. I want to win the lottery. I want to make all this money, right? You put a big L for lottery. Same thing. When you walk into that room, how are you gonna feel being on vacation, or how are you gonna feel when you realize you just won the lottery? And feel those emotions and put it into your body and your reality. Because it might sound crazy, your body's gonna release all this energy out there that it's already happening, that it's happened. And that's how you're going to attract it. And people that are more advanced in law of attraction will understand. But if you're like, hey, how's that possible? Well, think about this. It's easy for us to talk about dramatic things or stressful things that happen to us. And we'd like to tell a story because I guess as humans, that's what we want to do. It'd be like, oh, hey, this is what happened to me. I almost got hit by the bus today. And we're all just freaking out, right? So think about something that happened to you when you were years ago and then talk about it when you know, or you might even realize where something happened, right? Like I almost drowned. And you're talking about how it made you feel. Your body in that moment is going to feel like it's happening again. And you're going to get all the same responses. And it feels like, when you're telling the story, you'd be like, it felt like it just happened yesterday. Yeah, because your body's reliving it. You're as in high beta, you're stressed, you're in high stress. And your body's living it. It's happening again, right? Or I was driving and got hit by a car, like somebody hit my car in a big accident. And you talk about it and you feel the sweats. Your hair on your arms start standing up and you're like, and it feels like it's really happening because your body thinks it is. So instead of doing it for like telling a negative story, put into your reality. Tell your body this has already happened, right? Like I made a joke a few episodes ago, right? That my buddy could run for an hour and come back and be like, okay, I'm going to do 100 crunches now. Meanwhile, I'll run for like 2 seconds. I'm like, I'm dead. But fun fact is I used to be a runner. I used to be an athlete. I was one step away from being in the Olympics, 2000. But I chose not to. I used to be able to run 10 kilometers and not even come back. And not even stressed out. Like, I can do some crunches, do some pull-ups, because I'm awesome, right? But now, see, law of attraction, I'm manifesting that I'm slow, I'm weak, I can't run. But you know what? If I program my body and train my body, I could run for an hour and come back and not be out of breath, nothing, I could do it. I'm the only one limiting myself. So when it cuts down to the manifestations, it's us only limiting ourselves from manifesting what we are, the reality we want. And trust me, I do it all the time. Where things are going great, and I'm like, subconsciously, I start sabotaging myself, I guess. I'm like, I don't know why everything's going great. I shouldn't be going great. I'm supposed to be a loser, right? Or I'm supposed to be poor. Ah. And then you start attracting all this negative, and then everything's just going to crash and burn. It's an ongoing thing. If anybody can answer this question, but I do not understand why it's so easy to be negative, so easy to live trauma than it is to be positive and to live our futures now and happiness and have success. We all deserve success. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve anything we want to manifest. The world's our oyster. We're the only ones limiting ourselves from getting that BMW or from getting our private jet or from getting those tickets to go to that concert. Saying, oh, I can't afford it. You know how many times I hear that in a day from people? Oh, I wish I could afford it. I wish I could do that. Oh, I can't afford that. Oh, it's so easy to be like, I can't, negative. Than it is for us to be like, oh yeah, I could afford that if I want it, but I don't need it. You know? It's funny because, when you're young, you're like, oh, when I become an adult, like I got a 6-year-old son. He makes like $10 or something selling his toys or whatever he's doing, right? Sometimes I pay him to I'm like, hey, I'm too lazy to do this. You want to do it for me? And I'll give you 25 cents. I'm like, go get the dishes I forgot outside of the barbecue. I'll give you 25 cents. He's like, oh, yeah. So he saved up. He has like $6. And he's just sitting there and basking in how rich he is. He's like, I'm so rich. Oh, Daddy, I'm rich. And it's annoying. I said, but for him, in his reality, he's the richest he's ever been in his life. And he's happy about it. And I should be encouraging him. So I try to be like, yes, son, you're rich. I try not to make fun of him, even though I'm laughing like, yeah, $6. Eh? But hey, that's his reality. Just like it's my reality that I'm right now making more money than I ever made before. But to other people, they might look at me, millionaires, billionaires, and go, that's only $6 compared to what I have, right? Some people, $20. If I give somebody $20, they'll be like, holy smokes, you're so generous. Thank you very much. Like for a tip or something, they're happy. But other people, if I give them $20 tip, they're like, oh, cheapskate, right? It's all about the reality we're in and the level you're at. So, yes, you deserve your success. You deserve to manifest anything you want. There's all these techniques out there, and I'll talk about some more techniques as we go, but these are the two that really work. And I truly believe that if you make an I am, where it's your voice and you write it all down, write down everything, or if you found an I am that you really like, write it all down and record it with your voice and to nice, relaxing music. That is going to work. I listen to I ams every day. And even at work, sometimes I put it, I'm all alone at work. I play it, I'm listening to it. And I know it works and it helps me. It's just keeping that you are, right? Like tell yourself that you are awesome. You are successful. You are rich. You are the amazing person that you can be. And just be awesome. It's that easy. It's that easy to create the realities you want. And I'll tell more stories and examples if people like that. When I'm like, hey, I did this technique and it worked. But I remember one time when I was learning about this a long time ago, and then I was watching YouTube, and the person told me, like, think of something you want to manifest and do the technique and be positive, like try it out and make it happen. So I was like, oh, okay, I can do it. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to make an extra $10,000 contract. I didn't know how, didn't know where. It's not going to be profit, of course, but I want to try to make that. I want to bring $10,000 more into the company because it's expensive running a company. And I set my intentions. I thought about that's what I wanted. I put it in the universe, and that's it. And then a few days later, out of the blue, random contract. As they say, I was at the right place, and I overheard, and I was at the right time. And I was like, hey, I could help you guys with that. And then, boom, got the contract. Then I went back to that YouTube channel. I'm like, hey, it worked. I manifested this. But try it. If you have been listening to me this long, all these different episodes, I don't know at this point which order you listen to them, and you have not tried this yet, try to manifest anything. Here's the thing. Think of a color or think of something you want to see that you normally don't see or don't cross your path in a day. And say, I want to see this thing. So like a lot of people, like I'm hanging out with them or they're coming with me on drives and stuff. And people are like, oh, we're so far up north in northern Canada. I want to see bears. I want to see moose. I'm like, well, do you really want to see one? I'm like, then manifest it. Tell yourself that you're going to see it because you want to. Put it in the universe that you already, like, it's already happened. The feelings, you're going to feel excited. You're going to be happy. You're going to take a picture, right? And they're like, okay. Because, yeah, even though you're far up north, it's not guaranteed you're going to see a moose or a bear. And then sure enough, we talked about it and how, like, he wants to see moose, he wants to see bear on a trip, maybe a wolf. And we did. And I've been traveling all over Canada and the U.S. and all over. And sometimes I don't see them on long trips. But this time we saw all three of them. Because you could manifest anything you want. So think of something you want to manifest, that you want to see out there. And practice. And then you'll see it. Tell yourself, this is what I want to see. I'm manifesting either an object, a thing, a person. Do you want to have somebody to call you that hasn't called you in a while? You want to see a certain color out there. I don't know, whatever you want. Something small. And see it happen. Maybe you want to find $10 on the floor in the parking lot, or you want to find $20 or something. And then you can go to a restaurant and enjoy a free meal on the universe. You could do it. So manifest it, write it down, put your comments below. Tell me that it worked, that when it works, it worked, and what you did. It'll be awesome to know. And thank you very much for listening, and thank you for putting up with my long episode. But hey, we're a community. I love you guys. My name is Mike, and this is Life Changers. And remember, we're all a work in progress. It takes one day at a time. Hang in there.